Hello everyone, thank you for joining me. I'm Dave. Today we're out, actually for the weekend, we're out at West Branch State Park here in Northeast Ohio. It is rainy. I set up a little bit in the rain, but we're going to hot tent this weekend, as you can see from my Baker Stove here and a hot tent. We'll do a little tour. It's the Pomoly Locomotive 30. I really like it a lot. For 1 to 2 people, this is a great tent. Looking forward to using it tonight and tomorrow night, believe it or not, and see how this Baker stove works. I do have another stove with me that I'm going to give a try. Probably swap them out tomorrow just to give it a shot and go from there. So this weekend is just kind of to unwind, relax, and enjoy life, enjoy nature. Tomorrow it's supposed to be decent. Kind of cloudy, mostly cloudy, I believe, and I'm hoping to go do some hikes after breakfast. So I'm gonna grab some coffee in the morning, make some eggs. I think I have a couple potatoes I'm gonna cut up, fry the potatoes up, and I have some sausage links. Have a nice breakfast out in the woods or in the campground. Not really in the woods, but kinda, and just enjoy it. And then go for a nice long hike. Come back, chill out. I have my iPad. Probably either edit some videos or watch a couple shows that I've downloaded and go from there. So thank you again for watching, and stay with me. Hopefully it's going to be a great weekend here. All right, well, let's get this fire going here in this Baker stove. I've got my ferro rod and my BPS knife. I got some wood wool that I'm going to strike the spark on. I got a little bit of kindling that I chopped off from this wood, and I have some logs that I have cut in half. So they're like 6-8 inches, and they should fit perfect inside of this Baker stove. The last time I used this stove, it was big logs and they just weren't fitting, and I was having to cut them, and it was a nightmare. So I have a DeWalt chop saw at home that I just cut all these logs in half, and they're going to fit absolutely perfect in here. My other stove is a T2 Max or T-Brick Max or something like that. I'll show it to you guys tomorrow. But it's a front loading stove, not a side loader like this, and it will take a whole, 1 foot, 12-inch log. So it'll be fine with the bigger logs I've got in my truck. And yes, I'm not sourcing my wood here at State Park. We're not allowed to cut down any trees or chop up any wood here at the State Park. I do respect that, and that's fine. So I brought my own firewood in. I have a BPS knife, which I really like. I saw Kent Survival was using this knife a lot. He actually did a couple giveaways. They're only like $35, $38 on Amazon. I am not an Amazon affiliate yet. I'm trying to boost up my subscribers so I can become an affiliate and reach out to some of these companies that hopefully will either sponsor my channel or let me do some gear reviews. Everything you see here I have purchased with my own money, including this DJI mic, including the stand, including the Pomoly tent, the Baker stove, the other stove I've got. All the equipment I have comes out of my pocket. And I will do some gear reviews. I have some gear reviews on my channel. So if you want to see those, it is straight from me, and it's my honest opinion, whatever that's worth, right? It is my honest opinion. I'm not asked to say one thing or another, and to be very honest with you, I will not. If Pomoly reaches out to me and says, "Hey, Dave, we'd like to send you some equipment. Try it out. Tell us what you think." I'll be more than happy to do that, and more than happy to put their gear on a gear review on my site. So far, I'm gonna be very honest. I have a big dome 6X or 8X, I believe it is. Hot tent. I love it. Holy crap. That's the only tent I can get my wife to go in. We go in the summer for my niece's birthday. Hey, Emma, how's it going, girl? But it's for her birthday in the summer. We go down to Mohican and go canoeing. And we have a great time in that. We get an air mattress in it. I had to get an air conditioner to put in there because my wife is always hot. And it works fantastic. I love that tent. It's a freaking great tent. And I'm really looking forward to start using this tent and seeing how it goes too. So that's enough blabbering for now. Let's get this fire going. So I do have my BPS knife. It does have a Scandi grind on it. It comes with a small ferro rod. with it. We're going to strike a spark. Not only do I have some wood wool, but I also have these little Bigfoot Bushcraft fire starters is essentially what they are. If you read up on them, they got jet fuel in them, and they're cotton based, and they take a spark pretty good. So let's see how we can do with this guy. Oh my God. There we go. Let's get some wood wool in there. All right, we're facing the other way. Stove is right here in front of me, and just brought down. There's a this here. It's like a little zipper that goes all the way up and around, and it's got a closure as well as a bug net, so that you can get the air and what have you in the summer. Keep the bugs out. I don't need it here. I'm going to leave it wide open for sleeping. This is the sleep area. This is an inner tent that you can see back here. This is an inner tent that I connected all the way around, and it just stays there. I put it in. I set this up the other day, and then put the inner tent in, and then just crumbled it all back up and stuffed it into the stuff sack that I have. And actually, it's getting nice and warm up here from the fire. Yeah, the fire looks really good, really good. So we're going to set up our bed. Kind of funny. I do have I do have some stuff here that I've used at my other hot tent as well. One of those items is I had moved my son down to Cincinnati a couple years ago, and rented a U-Haul trailer. In the back of the U-Haul trailer, somebody had purchased. You buy these things, and then you keep them. They're yours. Somebody had rented a U-Haul trailer and left a whole stack of these inside. So these are all those wool blankets, moving blankets that you can buy from U-Haul. They're not that expensive. So if you're out the hot tenting or any type of tenting and you need a warm floor or something you want to protect from the cold, these things work badass. I mean, they are fantastic. So I will take these. I have a total of 3 or 4. I got 2 with me right now. So I'm going to spread them out and cover this entire floor. This way it keeps the floor warm. And then on top of that, I'm going to put my Nemo tensor down. I did bring a cot, but I don't know if there's enough room in there for my cot to sit. So with the heat that's coming off of that guy, and I do have a fan that I'll sit on top of the stove that spins from the heat that's generated. So I think I'll be plenty warm even laying low instead of bringing myself up towards where the heat is. So we'll give it a shot tonight, and if not, well, I'll put the cot together tomorrow, and we'll elevate ourselves and go from there. And I don't know, like the cot's going to sit about this high. I don't know if I could sit on it while I'm in this tent. So I'm just gonna take my Nemo tensor. I'll first I'm going to put these wool blankets down, and then I'm going to roll my Nemo tensor out and go from there. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'll be facing that way, and I'm sure you guys don't want to sit here and look at my butt while I'm bending over and moving these things around. I'll bring you back when I'm getting the Nemo tensor blown up. All right, so I put 3 layers down of this these U-Haul blankets here, and then I have my foam pad, my Z-Lite foam pad that I use for backpacking down. It's more or less just to protect from any sticks or anything like that I missed when I was setting up the tent. I was setting up the tent in the rain. It's not raining now, but it's cold and cloudy. So I'm going to roll out the Nemo tensor, and I have the Nemo tensor I bought when I started backpacking, and this is the Gigapump 2.0 that I bought when I started backpacking. So we'll get this ready to go, and then we'll get this guy starting to get inflated. So all right, moved around a little bit, got my bed set up. I put my 4th extra U-Haul blanket, wool blanket, down over top of the Nemo tensor, just give it one more layer of warmth, as well as to stop the squeaking and stuff like that that's going to happen at night. So we are in front of the stove. Nice little fire going here. I went to the truck and I grabbed my fan. Now this is not an electric fan. It doesn't have a battery. It is done by heat. So when the heat conducts on the bottom here, it'll start spinning. So we'll put this guy up here. So it just started going. I did not hit it, but I am going to put another piece of wood in there. And that's going to blow the heat all the way in the back of the tent there, camper. All the way to the back of the tent here, and keep this hot air circulating. I have no doubt I will not get cold tonight. No doubt whatsoever. So it's going to be nice and toasty in here. Looking forward to it. So I do have dinner. Getting ready to get prepared and to make. I am going to make, I brought some turkey sausage. It looks like DeRusso's, it is DeRusso's, but it looks like their regular pork hot sausage. It's made from turkey. They're very good. I did buy some hoagie buns because I plan on making a hot sausage sandwich, if you will. Ah, son of a gun, I did forget the cheese. I meant to bring mozzarella cheese with me, but I did not do that, so it's just going to be DeRusso's sausage. I'm going to fry it up in I have a titanium pan that I'll put on top of the stove here. I'll have to take the fan off, obviously, but I'll put the titanium pan on there. I've got a little bit of olive oil. I'll squirt in there and fry up the turkey sausage, get it nice and done, and then I have some garlic with me, some of the minced garlic you buy in a jar. And then I've got some red sauce that I'll have, and I'll pour that on top of the hoagie bun with my sausage, and that'll be my dinner. I did bring some potatoes, so I'll probably slice up some potatoes as well, and have some fried potatoes with that. It'll be a nice meal. And then later on for dessert, I did bring, the last time I did the hot tent one a couple of years ago, I made cookies in the baker oven down here, and it turned out okay. But I went hot tenting with Joe and Nikki, that is Emma's mom and dad, my niece and nephew, and we did apple turnovers in the bottom of that baker stove, or baker oven, I should say, and it turned out really good. In fact, we had one left over. There was 3 of us, so I made all 4 that came in the pack. And it was probably about 11 or 12 o'clock at night, and we were drinking a lot of beers, and Joe's like, oh, I want that last one. and he ate it. It was awesome. So had a good time with them that evening. I hope hope the three of us go out again this year. I'd love to get their girls out there with Emma and Allie out there with us as well. The big Dome X6, we had no problem having Joe, Nikki, Henry, their English lab, big boy. Should be no problem getting the three of them and then the two girls, because the girls are they're tiny, 14 and 10. Allie just turned 10. Happy birthday, Allie! And it'll be fun, a good time. I hope we can coordinate a weekend that we can all go out and do some hot tent camping. I think the girls will really enjoy that, and go from there. So I'm going to kind of situate things around here. I brought my bags in that have my food. I got some chips that I'm going to munch on a little bit. I got my chair kind of tucked back here, and I get things organized a little more than they are. Make sure I've got, I do have plenty of wood over here that it should last me through the night and into the morning. I've just been putting one log in at a time after that first two, and you can see the fireplace going. So that's my TV for tonight. The best damn show there is, man. Best damn show. So I'll bring you back when I've got other more interesting things going on. So thank you very much. Since you was here, stick around and more to come. All right, so the stove I've got, the Pomoly Baker, is just that. It's not only a stove with a stovetop on it that I can fry stuff in with my pan, which I'm going to do my turkey sausage in to make my sausage sandwiches, and then I'm going to mix some red sauce, like marinara sauce, in there with some garlic and let that simmer for a bit and make a sandwich. And so I was going to fry up some potatoes. I got this big Baker potato here. But I decided I was going to slice it and then fry them up. But I forgot this had an oven in it. So I'm going to take this oven, which looks to be, it's about 450 right now. I just got a little tiny fire in here. The damper's down a little bit, which I don't know if you can see that, but and then I got the front damper down a little, just letting it heat up in here. It's hot in there, to be honest with you. So I'm going to cube up this potato with my BPS knife. Cube up maybe half, 3/4 of it. I have another one for breakfasts, for tomorrow morning's breakfast and for Sunday morning's breakfast if I decide to do potatoes on Sunday. I'm doing potatoes for dinner tomorrow night, but I have some instant mashed potato that I'm going to do with that. Anyways, I decided to cube this up, and then I'm going to put a little bit of parchment paper on this pan that fits right perfectly in the oven here. Bought it specifically for that. And I want to mix some olive oil with these chunks on the parchment paper. Throw some garlic, throw some seasonings in there, mix it all up, and then roast them till they're like crispy and a golden brown. So it's going to take some time to do it. That's fine. I'll keep an eye on it. And so I'll get you through part of this while recording here. But one thing I do want to do before is, as Sam Bananas and Kevin with Small Plots does, break into the beverage center here, and I have a Northeast Legacy American Lager. Now they don't make this anymore. This is from a brewery down here towards the Canton area. The brewery was named Royal Docks. It was a really cool place. It lasted for about 10 years, but it was a really cool place. They had great beers. Their brewers were phenomenal. They had, and I brought a Northeast, and I believe I brought another one of theirs. Maybe I didn't, but I had their their Pumpkin Slayer the other night, which was a great freaking pumpkin beer mixed with coffees. And they had a brown ale that was amazing. They had one called Deathly Mallows, which was a stout that had a taste of marshmallows in it, and it was very creamy. They had some phenomenal beers. What happened was the owner did not do a good job. We're going to leave it politically correct. I hate to do that, but he did not do a good job running his business. And I know you're not seeing my face, but I wanted you to see the beer. He did not do a good job running his business, so the business caved. They ended up closing all of their tap rooms. They had one in Jackson, one in Plain Township, one in Cleveland, actually down the street from Great Lakes Brewery in Cleveland on the west side. And then they had a cannery that they would do events in. It was a great business concept. It was phenomenal. And it's really sad that he drove it into the ground. It's very, very sad because it was a great concept, great beers, great brewers. The staff was great. Made actually some friends there, and really enjoyed it. So I'm going to start with this guy tonight. And I have some other beers. I did bring a Great Lakes. It's a cranberry wheat ale of some type that I brought. And I do have Guinness. So that's a beautiful sound, isn't it? Cheers. So let's start cutting this guy up into cubes or whatever I'm going to cut it up in. It's a sharp ass knife, I'm telling you. If you don't have a good bushcraft knife, buy this. It's on Amazon, like 30 bucks. I'll throw a link down in my description. I am not an affiliate, so I won't make any money off of it. Just like, subscribe to my channel. So I can build my subscribers up, and we'll go from there. Again, I pay for everything I have here. I went to Marshall's one time with my wife, and I'm like, you know what? I need a cutting board for my backpacking and for my my hot tent camps, my car camping. And I found this guy that I'll actually use as a plate tonight as well, and it works fantastic. So you'll see this more. Let's cut these up a little bit smaller, just because of the small footprint here. Damn, that's a sharp knife. Hopefully I don't cut myself. I did bring bleed stop with me. I do have a first aid kit with me. I always take a first aid kit. And I do have some gauze, and I do have some band-aids, and like I said, I have some bleed stop. You guys by now should have seen my latest video in a couple of years. I had a stroke in March of 2024. Thank God it was a small stroke. They call it a TIA. Nevertheless, I did have a stroke. I am on a bunch of blood pressure medication, and I am on some cholesterol medication, and I am on blood thinners. And kind of funny but scary. I was at my camper down in our permanent site, and with my wife in the kitchen area, and we were cutting up veggies and stuff like that, and I cut my finger. It actually was my right hand. I cut my finger, and I lifted my finger up, and it was just like I was pouring blood out of my hand. It was ridiculous. It was just coming out like water. I've never seen anything before like that in my life. So, excuse me. I apologize for burping probably right into the mic here. So, sorry about that, guys. But yeah. So I try to be very, very careful. I do have another hobby that I really enjoy it. I'm not very good at, well, if I follow the videos closely, I'm not too bad at it. And I haven't done it enough to just do it without watching the video. But I started wood carving. And I've made a couple of things. I've made a penguin for my son for his desk at work. And I made some figures for Emma and Allie. And it was awesome because they asked why I haven't been doing it for a while. And so I need to get back at that and do it again. But my doctor told me to stop doing it until I get used to the blood thinners. Otherwise, it could be really bad. So here, we've got a nice little tray of potatoes here. So that didn't take too long. That wasn't too bad, was it? I did bring a roll of paper towels. So I'm going to wipe off the blade, and I will wash it. I do have water. I brought a case of water with me. I drink a lot of water nowadays. So I recommend you guys do the same if you don't already. But I drink a lot of water. Oh, one of the other things I did purchase was a kuksa. When I started wood carving, I wanted to make a kuksa, and I did not make this. I actually bought this one. But yeah, I wanted to make a kuksa and start using it, and so I bought a couple of big logs of birch from a wood shed down the street from us. Actually, I bought firewood, and then he just said I can have a couple of logs of the birch if I wanted them. And it's a very, very hard wood. And I actually had bought it was evidently a cheap set of scoops to scoop down in here. And I actually bent it. Not just bent the blade, but it actually chipped the sharp part of the blade. And notified Beavercraft, I think is the name of the place, about it, and they sent me new ones. So I haven't tried kuksta making, but I do want to get back and try it again. So I bought this one to bring and drink my coffee when I go camping and backpacking. I've seen guys pour beers in this. I just drink it my beer out of the can here. No big deal. But yeah, I've got a kuksta, and I really like it. So you'll be seeing that later. And I do have, and I'll be honest with you, the last time I used this, my wife bought this for me for my birthday one year. It's a Stanley flask. And I wanted to bring some bourbon. I got a new bourbon called Bib and Tucker that my godson got me when he got married. And I helped out in the wedding, and he got it for me. Well, I had filled this up and drank about half of it, so this is about half full. I have no idea what's in this, to be very honest with you. I think it's Jameson or something, or maybe Angel's Envy, but that's a bourbon. It's not Jameson. I think it's Angel's Envy. So we're going to have some of this later. I like them both, so whatever it is what it is. So, let's, let me, it looks like the fire's kind of dying down a little bit here, which is fine. And yeah, the temperature on the oven is going down. So let me get this stoked back up with another log. Let me get some parchment paper for this guy, and then get this all set and ready to go. Parchment paper. I got a long-handled spoon that I use for backpacking. I'm going to use to mix it. I have some flake salt, which is supposed to be actually not too bad for you. My son started buying that. He's been making sourdough bread. Holy shit, it's good sourdough bread. Got a little bit of olive oil here. There's some garlic, and then Mrs. Dash Italian seasonings. I know, kind of no salt, and then I'm putting salt on it, but you know, it is what it is. So let's And I bought this little container off of Amazon, and I just refill it with olive oil and take it backpacking. So we're going to drizzle some olive oil on it, on these. Not too much, not too little. Just right. All right. And then let's get some of this salt that my son bought, and I'm not sure where the opening's there in the corner. So we're gonna sprinkle some salt on them, not too much, and we're gonna get a little bit of that's that garlic is potent. We'll sprinkle some garlic on these. Yeah, that's good for your heart, man. That's one thing with when I had my stroke. Doctors, I did go to ER. If you watched the video, if not, please watch it. I'll put it up over here for you. But all the tests and things that I got done at the hospital and continue to get done afterwards. They put me on a heart monitor for 30 days and did echoes, and I mean, I was poked and prodded and felt like 55-gallon drum of blood was pulled out of me that week. But you know, it is what it is. So I'm very blessed and very happy to be alive at this moment, because it very well could have gone the other way. Very well could have gone the other way. So I am trying to live life to the fullest. Man, that looks good. Olive oil's not too bad for you either. So we've got that all mixed up. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? I'm just going to set that on there. And then we're going to put this, let me move some of this stuff so you guys can see. We're going to put this down here. And I should have flipped that over. So I brought these. There we go. And we're just gonna drop this in here like that, like so. Ooh, that's hot in there. Let's close that up. Set that tool over there. And then we're gonna let that go for a little bit and go from there. We're gonna sit here, have our beer, relax. I gotta clean this place up a little bit, put my spices and stuff away that we just got out. And when those get done, I'll get the pan ready, throw some olive oil in it, just a little bit, throw my sausage on, I'll start cooking that, show you that a little bit, and then I'll break away until the sausage is done, and then I'll make my sauce in there, put some garlic and some Italian seasonings in there, get it all going, figure out how to toast these buns, and then make it a sandwich. So I'll bring you back. All right, guys, potatoes look to be done. I'm just holding the camera right now because I'm gonna spin it around and focus it in on there in a second so you guys can see what they look like. I'm gonna get my sausage going, I'll get everything prepped, and then I'll bring you back. All right, brought you back. You can see through the glass. Let's open this guy up. Ooh, those look good. So I'm gonna stir them up. I'm gonna pull them out, stir them up a bit, and then put them back in, and then get the sausage on the top and get it ready to go. We are going to take a little bit of olive oil. We're going to sprinkle it on top, a little bit in the pan. And then I have a pair of tongs. We're just going to move this around a little bit. Make sure he's nice and lubed up. Make sure my sausage is lubed up. Move it around, spin it. Yeah, there we go. We're just going to slap that guy right on the top there. Just like that. That's a terrible angle, isn't it? There we go. Now this is going to be a while. All right, so the sausage is pretty close to being done. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's starting to smell like sausage in here, and it's probably going to be in this tent for the next 3 or 4 times that I do it. So, grabbing my garlic, this stuff here. I know you guys have all seen this in the friggin' grocery store, so we're going to grab some of that. Get that little spoon. We're going to take a little bit of garlic. We'll slap that in there. And then we have some Mids red sauce. I don't know if everybody who is watching this has Mids, but Mids is an inexpensive sauce, typically. And it's pretty darn good, too. So I'm going to put a bunch of that in there, and that'll go back in the cooler. And then we're going to put some Italian seasoning in there. And garlic will go in the cooler. And I don't want it to burn. So we're going to mix this all up. See if we got a good angle here or not, maybe. That looks pretty good, doesn't it? Oh yeah. Not doing good on the angle here. Let me throw the sausage in there. There we go. A little sauce on top. Oh, that looks amazing. There we go. Let's serve some potatoes on there. And they're falling all over the place. There we go. There we go. Much better. Drop it on the floor. It's okay. And there's dinner. All right, so you guys just saw me make my dinner. Let's try a little bit of the sausage sandwich here. That's really good. I apologize. You can probably hear me chewing through the mic. Let's try a couple of these potatoes. Oh yeah. Yep. Wash it down with a little beer. That's a damn good meal. All right, I'm gonna finish eating. You guys don't want to hear it and listen to me chomping away, so I'll bring you back after I'm done. Finished dinner, went out, did my dishes, got everything cleaned up, put away, put my gear that I use for cooking or what have you, my cooler, everything in the back of my truck, and locked it up. So we're all good to go there. Threw a couple more logs on the fire. It's starting to cool down. It looks like I've got my iPad here, so I'm looking. It looks like it's about 53. It's 7 o'clock at night right now. So it looks like it's about 53. Not too bad. You can see I'm in a t-shirt. It's nice and warm inside the tent, but I also just want to kind of hold the heat in here for a bit before I go to sleep. I'm not worried about getting cold tonight. I brought my cold weather gear that I use for winter backpacking. I have my 0 degree top quilt, so it's good down to 0 degree, and I've proved that, and it kept me nice and warm with no stove or anything. It was in my hammock, so good there. I got my tensor, which is good down to 20. And then I've got, a sweatshirt I can put on if I get cold or whatever. And plus I've got these wool blankets that I've laid down on the ground, on the floor of the tent here. So all good. So like I said, it's about 7 o'clock, supposed to get down to about 41 tonight, about 3 in the morning, which won't be bad. I can feel, I got the one, this is a door here. There's no other one like it, just like that behind the camera here. And, it's wide open. I won't shut it here for a little while to let it get warm in here, and then go from there. So I might even leave it open. I don't know. I'll close it up in case any animals come around, want to snuggle with me. We don't want that, do we? So yeah. So thanks for joining me tonight. Please stick around. It's going to be a long night for me. And I'm just sitting here watching movies on my iPad. But for you, I'll be right back here. Probably making coffee and making some breakfast in the morning, getting ready for our hike.
Hey, good morning. Had to do the obligatory waking up in the morning, I guess. I've never done that, so it's kind of funny getting everything set up. So I thought I'd do it once. I think it's different. But anyways, I did just wake up probably about 5 minutes ago, if that. So just kind of moving around. I think it's about 6:40 or something like that out here. So just getting started, moving around. I'm stuffy a little bit. My CPAP machine worked well last night. I'm at a state park, so I was able to run an extension cord and use my CPAP. One of the great things of, being a overweight guy. So I do want to try and figure out how to reduce the use of that. Although I will say, I sleep very good with that on. I don't like it; it's a pain in the butt, but I do sleep well with it on. And I've figured out how to maneuver. I roll, toss, and turn all night long. So I figured that out. Fire went out twice last night. I got up once. I probably fell asleep. We'll start at the beginning there. I probably fell asleep about 8. I know the last time I checked in, it was about 7 o'clock, and so I threw about 2 or 3 logs in it, and it was pretty freaking toasty in here. And so I laid down, was watching a movie, and fell asleep. So ended up waking up probably, I think it was about midnight. Woke up, and fire was out. It was chilly in here, and luckily my 0 degree hammock gear, top quilt I use for my hammock, as well as when I go tent camping, I use this. This is great in cold weather. This kept me nice and warm, so I was fine, but I could tell on my face and my arms, fire went out. So after that, I was up playing on my phone for about an hour or so, and got back to sleep because I put a couple logs on the fire. Woke up again at about 3, and it gets cold again, so I packed it full of firewood. Got fire going again. Went back to sleep and woke up just a few minutes ago. So like I said, it's about 6:30 or so, And yeah, so we're just getting going here. I'm gonna throw a log or two on the fire, and Mother Nature's calling, so we're gonna go talk to that situation and get some coffee going, and get some breakfast going. So if you've lasted this long in a video, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And please like and subscribe, leave me a comment, and we'll go from there. Appreciate it. Take care. So I got the fire going, and it's just started, so things are starting to heat up, and it's time to get some coffee going. So got my Dunkin' Donuts coffee that I just purchased the other day. Take with me, and then I'll use it at home. I got my Kookster for my cup, my rubber pour over funnel just collapses down. I use this for backpacking as well. And then I'll throw a funnel inside of that and some coffee in there. I'm not going to bore you with the details too much. So yeah, I do this. I'll do this backpacking. I'll do this car camping, and I'll do this out at the camper at our permanent site. So, and to believe it or not, I do this at home as well. I don't. I mean, I don't use a coffee pot. I have a coffee pot, but I don't use it for making coffee. I just like a pour over, to be quite honest with you. Oh yeah, it smells really good. So we'll get that going. I'm not going to bore you guys with it, and I'll see you in a second. So I've been going crazy the last couple of days preparing for this trip. I don't need these items, but I knew I had them somewhere. I need them for backpacking, and I was going to do a backpacking trip today instead of hot tenting. But I have been looking for my little BRS stove that I put on a isobutane container. I've been looking for that. I have been looking for I made a cat can stove as well. You just put neat or mineral spirits or something like that in and light it, and it'll flame up. And then my titanium shield for the flame, windshield. I've been looking everywhere for those, and I thought I had them in my my cook pot that I take camping. It's a Toke's 750 mils cook pot, and I looked in there and I looked all over the place for it. I couldn't find it. I just was like, well, I got to buy new. The BRS stove is like $14 on Amazon. It's a great stove, but it's, you know, $14. The titanium, and then the cat can stove is just, you know, whatever. I got all the things I need for that. So I was getting my kettle ready to put some water in it and fill it up. Put the handles down, open the lid. Lo and behold, inside was my stove, my BRS stove, my cat can stove, and my titanium windshield. So when I opened it up, I started laughing. Should have had the camera running. But I started laughing like, oh my God, I cannot believe I put that in there and forgot about it. So I'm gonna throw some water in my stove or in my kettle, and I'm gonna get some water boiling for coffee, and then we'll get some breakfast going. I brought my cooler from the truck, my pan,
that I cleaned up yesterday. So I'll get that going and bring you back when I got to get more water than this. So I'll be back in a second. All right, fire's going nicely, pretty hot. I turned the damper down here. Turned the damper down here, it started thumping. I don't know if you guys have ever dealt with hot stoves before, but if you've got all the dampers wide open and the fire starts going, you'll start hearing a thumping sound, and it's kind of annoying, but it's just like breathing. It's like lungs breathing in and out. Lone Wolf 902 has got a good. He just actually put out a nice video about hot stoves and that breathing and thumping sound. Interesting video. He's got some really good educational videos on hot tenting and some other stuff. So yeah, go check out his channel as well. I don't know him personally. Just one of the guys that I have started following with this new hobby of hot tenting. So let's get this guy on. Oh yeah. All right, let's check this guy out. See what he's doing. Oh yeah, we got ourselves a boil. Ooh. That's a bit warm. All right, this first cup looks to be about complete, so I'm gonna put that on a napkin. And all right, cheers everybody. First sip of coffee this morning. Oh, it's hot. That's good though. Oh, that's really good. All right, excellent, excellent. So I'm gonna get my stuff together to make breakfast here. Sip on my coffee. Eggs and sausage are all in my cooler here, and that's why I brought it over and started using it as a table, and go from there. I'll bring you guys back. All right, welcome back. About half, 3/4 way done with my first cup of coffee. Sitting by the fire, relaxing. Kind of warm. So I got my breakfast stuff ready. I've got some maple pork sausage links I'm gonna go ahead and fry up. I have 4 eggs in here that we're gonna just fry up the sausage, probably cut it up into like halves or quarters. You know, in my titanium, throw a little bit of olive oil on it, just for the sausage to do their thing. Crack 2 eggs, put it in there, scramble it up. You know, let it all cook up nicely. A little black pepper. I was gonna fry up potatoes, but I don't think I'm gonna deal with that this morning. So, yeah, we'll go from there. Put a little bit of olive oil on it. Not much. Don't need much. And we'll pop these guys on. Got my. You know that is the law. You know, whenever you pick up a pair of tongs, you gotta snap them a couple times just to make sure they're still working. It's like a federal offense. So that's my fault. I thought I was recording, and there I cracked the eggs in. I put 2 eggs in and mixed it all up. Got the sausage was all done. So all I'm doing now is getting the scrambled eggs cooked. I don't want to cook it too fast. I don't want it to burn, number 1. Number 2, I don't want it to burn. So we're going to take this nice and slow on and off of the stove here. Yeah, I'm gonna mess with this while you guys kind of hang out for a minute, and I'll bring you back when it's done. All right, made sure recording was on. So here's my breakfast. It looks pretty good. Got the eggs, sausages in there. I only had one accident to where I flipped a piece of sausage out and hit the ground, and there's so much crap on this floor. There's no way in hell I'm going to eat that. It'd have been a little crunchy. I was watching a YouTuber. I don't remember who it was, but when they were backpacking, and they dropped a piece of food on the ground, like out by the fire. He picked it up, brushed it off, and threw it back in his bag or in his pot to eat. And he goes, "Ah, just trail spice." So that's what Joe and I call it now. For now on, is trail spice. So, all right, we're gonna get situated here, get comfortable. Second cup of coffee is made, and I will resituate the. Sorry, that was my remote. I will resituate the camera so we can kind of see. We'll get the first bite of breakfast. All right, welcome back. Breakfast is served. Can eat it right out of the pan. Be an easy cleanup. It's kind of nice. This state park actually has a dishwashing tub, sink up in the shower house by the main gate. So that's kind of nice. So I'm gonna take. I didn't know that last night. I just stood out by the picnic table with some bottles of water and a towel and washed it the best I could. So I may take this up there, either that or just wash this up. It's not too bad. It really isn't. So let's give it a shot. Stop your jabbing. Oh yeah. Very good. So, very good. Oh, I don't know if you guys noticed, sun's coming out. It wasn't supposed to today. Supposed to be cloudy, mostly cloudy all day today. So we'll see if we have a sunny hike. We're gonna go for a hike. My watch is in the pocket over here, but I'll get Dennis breakfast finished up. I'll get my dishes cleaned up. I'll reorganize my crap in the tent here. And then we'll get ready to go for our hike. I might drive up to the trailhead. It's quite it's a lot of road walk to get. All right, everyone. It's been, I don't even know what time it is right now, probably about 3:30 in the afternoon, something like that. I got back from my walk, sat down, relaxed, my hike, put up my Dome X6. Had that up and ready, as you'll see in the video here that I had it up. I then tore down my Locomotive 30, and somehow the glass on the front of the Baker stove is cracked, or broke. Actually, it's not cracked, it's broke. So I got to contact Pomoly to see how much it'll be to replace that. I'm assuming it was me. I'm not going to blame Pomoly for it. They have really good equipment, in my opinion. They've got good quality equipment. So I'll reach out to them and find out what that's going to be. And then just something kept telling me, just check the weather, man, check the weather. So I started checking the weather, and it's supposed to start raining at 1 a.m. tonight, Saturday night, and not stop until like tomorrow night, or like middle of the night tomorrow night, or something like that. And it's supposed to be cold, low 40s, high 30s. I really didn't want to tear down that big Dome X6 in the rain and the cold, or take all of my stuff and get it in my truck in the rain and the cold. So I made a decision, didn't want to. In fact, if I would have brought a hammock, I'd still be here and just hang my hammock. Actually, between those two trees would be perfect. But I would hang the hammock between those two trees and stay the night, because hanging up my hammock tarp and drying it out at home is a hell of a lot easier than the Dome X6. It takes up like my entire basement floor that I have, and that's on the finished side, or the entire the entire 2-car garage it takes up, just spread out, and it'd be there for 3 to 4 days, something like that. So I made a decision to go home. My wife doesn't know I'm coming home. My son doesn't know I'm coming home. I have some chores to do around the house, so you know it'll be good for me to get home. I need a shower, get home, do those chores, get things done for them, and who knows, maybe we'll set up the Christmas tree as well. I don't know, but anyways, I just am doing my outro here. I want to really thank everybody for sticking around with me over the last couple of years who have been here. And still watching, and even the new subscribers to my channel. I really appreciate it. Watch my my other, I'll put it up, I think it's up over here, a picture of my last video explaining why I was gone since 2024. I had a stroke, so it'll explain everything. I talked a little bit about it earlier in this video, but I'm doing much better now. Blood pressure's down where it should be, and albeit I'm not eating like I should be, I'm trying. I'm a foodaholic, if there is such a thing. I'm a foodaholic. So I'm just trying to keep my doctor told me, you know, 5 pounds a month is really all I need, because I after COVID, or actually during COVID, my wife and I did Weight Watchers, and I lost 50 pounds in like 6 months, and we ended up getting COVID, and I put it right back on. And the doctor's like, that's not how you're supposed to do it. Just take your time, and 5 pounds a month. So that's what I'm focusing on, 5 pounds a month. We'll see. But thank you very much. Please go out, like the video, give me a comment, tell me what you want to see, what you don't want to see, and subscribe. I really appreciate that. Share this video with your friends, share it with your family, and go from there. So, and remember, since you was outside, go have some fun. Take care.